Hi guys, this is Jen from Mission Adventuring Travel. So one of the questions that I get all the time is, what is it like to live abroad or travel abroad? Simple things. I know this sounds kind of crazy if you travel, but if you don't, a lot of people ask, am I going to have a bed? Am I going to have hot water? What about the food? What about, all those things? And one of the biggest things that keeps people from traveling are those anxieties. So let me put them at bay for you a little bit. No matter where you are, they have a rhythm of life, just like we do. And when you're traveling, a lot of times you're going to integrate right into that rhythm. So if you're traveling for a short amount of time, let's say you're taking 4 or 5 days to experience Rome, you're not going to integrate too much into that culture, because with big cities, they cater more towards who their travelers are. And because America is so well known, a lot of times when you go to Paris or Rome or even Venice, bigger cities like that, you're going to hear English much more freely spoken. And it's not really integrating too much into their culture, because they're trying to cater a little bit more to ours. So meal times are very flexible. English is freely spoken. You can get help pretty much at every corner. So you don't really get to integrate quite as much. If you're looking to integrate and you're a little nervous, I encourage you to start a trip in one of the big cities. But like with a lot of our all-inclusive trips, we start in a big city, but then we bring you to a small town and we set up shop in that small town. We have an apartment, or we stay with locals. And in that community, that's when you integrate, because now you're speaking their language slowly and only a word or two in the beginning, but you integrate into that culture. So you begin to learn that language and their customs. What is it that makes them tick? When do they go to bed? When do they get up? What do they eat for breakfast? And usually it's not very, very far from what you normally eat, unless you have a lot of food issues or things like that. It's nothing that would throw you, throw you very much. They drink coffee, and sometimes not as much as we do, but they have their morning routines, their afternoon routines. We're in Spain, so right now in Spain, there's about 5 meals a day. Breakfast is very, very light. They have a mid-morning snack, and then comida, which is lunch to us, about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 3, is dinner. It's basically our dinner. It's the big meal of the day. And then after that, the whole community shuts down for that, and after that is siesta. So everyone kind of lays down for a while and relaxes, which sounds wonderful to Americans. They love that. But their day goes much longer. So they do go to work in the morning, but they go a little bit later. Sorry, there's cars going by outside. They come home for comida. They have their siesta, and then they go back to work 4 or 5. They work until 7, 8, sometimes 9 o'clock at night. 9, 10 o'clock is usually when dinner is, and the evening the sun goes down at like 10:30 here. So that's what I mean by schedule. The schedule is just a little different than you're used to. But if you spend any amount of time, you will integrate right into that schedule. It's not like jet lag and all the things that people who don't travel very much tend to scare you with stories of. It's not like that. You integrate into that society. So I want to encourage you, if you're one of those people that has a lot of anxieties, message me. Let me explain to you, let me talk specifically into what it is that's causing anxiety for you, and encourage you to travel. You won't believe how much it changes your life, your views on things, and how it broadens your perspective. A lot of our trips are faith-based. And it's so cool to see we're all worshiping the same God across the countries. It's just a different language being lifted to him. So what a great way to experience it and worship the music that you know in words that you maybe don't, but we're all serving the same God. And that opportunity is so fantastic to have when you're traveling, So anyway, I hope you get to come on a trip with us at some time, but even if it's not with us, I just encourage you You can tell it's morning around here today. I just encourage you to take a step and get out there and travel. You can do this, and the adventure is so well worth it.